Bloomberg projects that Social Security will run out of money to pay full benefits by 2033 and Medicare by 2036. What steps can be taken to mitigate this impending shortfall?
We're going to get to the lighter conversations later. These first two just goes back into the nothing. I just want to be very honest. I think that those benefits have been run out. Social Security is done for. I know people keep saying that it's not true. Once again, go reference Chicago. That was the canary in the coal mine to tell you that the money wasn't there. Medicare by 2036, that is scary. And because we don't have enough checks and balances to know where the money is going, where it's being spent, how it's being allocated, how it's being deployed properly. So I think in our lifetime, we are going to have to just rest and realize that Social Security or Medicare will not be there. And if we continue to run into debt, other pension plans are going to go away. I remember as a kid, when certain adults retired, they were guaranteed a pension. Then that went away. Then came in the 401k. Now some 401ks maybe going away in the next 10 to 15 years. So there's nothing we can do. What is the solution? You got to invest in and take care of your own financial house, because nobody cares about your money the way that you do. But it's sad and it's too late. I've been beating this drum for about 2 years and everyone said I was a conspiracy theorist, but Bloomberg says it, so it's official. Shout out to Michael Bloomberg.
Yeah.
But
I feel like we've heard this for the past couple of years, and it felt like we're the direct descendants of this, right? Like 80s babies, right? They would, like, as you were growing up, as you were starting to work for us, they would tell you, don't worry, Social Security is not going to be there when it's time for y'all to retire. And as we're looking at the numbers, right, within the next years, a lot of us will probably be at that point where we've done 25 to 30 years in a career and we're at that retirement age, from a career working standpoint, not from the Social Security standpoint. But this is like one of those things. Again, I'm not sure what we do other than continue to educate ourselves, continue to find other ways than to rely on these benefits, right? Whether it's open or brokerage accounts or finding other pension plans, like you said. But this is alarming, especially for Medicare. When you're talking about the cost of healthcare in this country, I mean, I don't even know how you can pay for it. Like if you don't have healthcare, it's astronomical, and even if you have Medicare, it's still an expensive cost. I mean, I think you just start planning to having not even discretionary income, but this becomes now that emergency fund. I know early on you used to say it was like 60 months, and I'm like, that seems like a lot, but I mean, based on these numbers, this might be something that's needed. Do we now adjust what the savings is? From a financial advisor standpoint, what do you say to that?
Well, I mean, at first, this is not something that's new information, right? When I was a financial advisor, I used to tell my clients this, because actually, if you look on your Social Security statement, it says it on your Social Security statement, and it's been stated on your Social Security statement for years, but nobody really reads fine print. But so this is something that has been documented by the Social Security office themselves for over a decade. So it's not surprising. And it doesn't necessarily mean that at 2033 that is going to be over. It's just saying at this pace it will be over. But they'll probably pump more money into it. I have very strong doubt that Social Security will end in 2033. That's almost impossible. They will put more money into it and they will make it, but that leads to more issues, because it's like, okay, we keep funding and we're putting ourselves more into debt, but that goes back to the first thing, as far as the debt is already out of control. So it's a political game that, really the politicians are the only ones that can kind of figure this out, because they're the ones that control the budget. This goes back to our visit in Washington when we met with members of Congress, and we talk about the Appropriations Committee, Ways and Means Committee, different things that these type of committees control the budget, where the money goes, and how it's allocated. And that's why it's important to be politically aware and take part in the political process, because the members of Congress have the power to make the decisions on this, and they're the only ones that have the power to make the decisions on this. So I'm pretty sure they'll kick the can down the road. as long as they possibly can. But yeah, it's not encouraging that, you know, financially we're on a pathway of insolvency. That's never good, right? But ultimately, there's only a few ways that you can solve these type of issues. You either, you know, increase revenue, which most of the time that's by increasing taxes, or you cut spending. So Democrats want to raise taxes, Republicans want to cut spending. I think you got to do a combination of both.
Yeah.